Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video taking you through what I think are the best perfume releases so far in 2022. As you know, I try and review all the new fragrances that come out, and these are the ones that I think are the best so far this year. If you're new here, then hello, welcome. We're all about perfumes. I have hundreds of videos just like this, going through new perfumes that have been released, perfume ranges, niche perfumes, so do check them out. And if you're a regular, do check to see if you're subscribed, turn on notifications, and you can support me by signing up to my newsletter, giving the video a like, and of course you can pre-order my fragrance, which is coming out later this year through Kickstarter, link down below. And I'll also link to where you can buy these perfumes, these new ones, in UK, Europe, North America, Australia, as and where they're available. Cool, so I'm going to start with some mainstream designer ones, which I think are the best so far this year. So kicking it off with Michael Kors Super Gorgeous. So the other year we had Gorgeous released from Michael Kors, which I thought was a great fragrance. It had really lovely lasting power, white floral, but with a bit of a sort of tobacco unusual vibe to it. Super Gorgeous, which has come out sort of in the first half of this year, has that same tobacco vibe, but it's even stronger and so good for lasting. So you've got an orange blossom heart with some jasmine, some ylang ylang, but then you've got this tobacco scent, a bit of myrrh, slightly ambery. Now, I don't normally like amber perfumes, but I think having all those florals in really lifts it. There's also tonka bean, which is warm. There's orange. It's just a great sort of everyday fragrance if you want something that people will be able to smell on you that could become like your signature scent. I think you could wear this to the office, but then you could also wear it in the evening. It's really versatile, and it's also quite reasonably priced as well. This is the 100ml bottle, and this is retailing for about 68, but you can get the 30ml for like 30 something pounds. It's pretty good value for money considering the unusualness of the perfume and also the projection and lasting power. And when I say tobacco, I don't mean you smell like cigarettes. It's the actual tobacco like leaf that would go in like a pipe or something. So it's kind of woody, kind of green, but it mixes really well with those ambery notes and the jasmine and the florals. So definitely recommend trying this out if you are looking for a nice everyday scent. We had a new one from Burberry in Burberry Her range, and this is Burberry Her Eau de Toilette. So the original Burberry Her Eau de Parfum and the intense version are like quite strawberry, fruity, strong perfumes, quite reminiscent of Baccarat Rouge from Maison Francis Côte de Jeanne. But this new Eau de Toilette is one of the nicer Eau de Toilettes that's been released this year, which is why it's on this list. And I much prefer it to Burberry London, Burberry Blossom, the other versions of Burberry Her that have come out in the summer. So it's a really pretty peony honeysuckle rose, and then you've got some fruity notes echoing from the original like strawberry, but it really is quite feminine and pretty and good for when it gets a bit hotter. And I think you could layer it really well with the others from the range, like the original Eau de Parfum. But if you're looking for an Eau de Toilette for the summer, this is, I think, the best that's been released so far this year, in my opinion, in the Eau de Toilette world. Next on my list is Hugo Boss The Scent Le Parfum. So Boss The Scent, which the female ones come in these bottles, there's been quite a lot of them, easy to get them confused. I have an article that goes through and explains the difference between them all, but the one for 2022 is called Le Parfum, and it comes in this more brown bottle. And it's definitely my favorite so far of the entire range. It has a patchouli base, and then it uses a really woody, unusual scent with some orange blossom to create something that's quite moody, sensual, but still feminine. It's a note called Akigala wood, which I think is a man-made creation by, I think, Givaudan, the fragrance group. So it doesn't really smell like anything else I've smelt before. I think this would be good for the autumn winter and also for the evenings because it's sensual, it's interesting, but it's not sweet. If you don't want to wear like a vanilla-y perfume in the evenings, something too sweet, this is a really nice like feminine wood. I just think it's such an unusual scent. And I found when I've been wearing it, it's lasted really, really well. Orange Blossom tends to last well. This woody note lasts well. So it's just quite sophisticated and definitely my favorite from Hugo Boss at the moment. So in the celebrity perfume world, I have to say I am really impressed with the latest from Britney Spears, which is her Blissful Fantasy. I have no idea how much involvement she had in creating this, but I'm here to review the perfume. It actually reminds me a lot of J'adore from Dior, which is like over £100, and this is like £20. So it uses a melon note, just like J'adore. So it's super refreshing melon, but it also uses tiare flower, which is my favorite tropical floral note. And it has a bit of lily like J'adore, freesia, jasmine, tuberose, white florals, but really it's like super melony, and then the tiare flower as well. And I think it smells really nice. It doesn't smell cheap. You could tell someone you were wearing J'adore and you'd probably get away with it. I like it. I think it's great for summertime if you're looking for something really affordable that you can really spray lots of over the summer. You can't go wrong with the price, and I think this is a really nice perfume. Really refreshing. I love that melon. It doesn't matter if you're a Britney fan or not, this is a great fragrance. So moving into the more niche area. So the latest one from Lalique is called Lalique Soleil Vibrant. Now, Lalique is a beautiful glass maker, as you can tell, French glass, and it comes in this gorgeous bottle, which is like really thick, expensive glass. And the scent is so beautiful, so classy. These retail for about £100, but I'd much rather spend £100 on this than like a Chanel. So it has a jasmine heart and a hint of a bourbon vanilla, which is super warm in the base. But then it has orange blossom, pear, two of my favorite notes. And then interestingly, it has a bit of saffron, and it really mixes together to create something that I've not really smelt before. Now, I went for the launch event for this, and the lady there said that they used an ingredient in here which has been shown scientifically to make you happy. They done tests on the brain and it activated the happy scent, like part of the brain. And I was kind of like a bit skeptical, right, about that. But then I'm wearing it during the day and I kept finding myself like smiling and like smelling it because the lasting power was great. I'm thinking, God, I smell really good. Like I smell so classy and grown up and sophisticated, but still fresh. Because I feel like sometimes a lot of these really classy grown up fragrances have a lot of spice in or murry amber and it can be a bit much. Whereas this has a freshness to it and a lightness, but still lasting and projection. And it really did make me feel good. It made me feel, you know, an inch taller. So I'm really impressed with this, loving it. Of course, the bottle's beautiful. And the perfume actually comes with a Lalique gold necklace as well, or it can be worn as like an anklet and stuff. So I think this is really cool perfume. And then the other niche one, which I've been loving this year, is from Avant, and it's called Caress. And this is great for like around the house, cozy night in. It's got a peach note in here, but it's not fruity. Then you've got like a vanilla-y orchid and a bit of musk, and it creates this really soothing, warm, vanilla-y coziness, kind of like a bath bubble vibe, like replica bath time, that type of thing, like cozy, cashmere-y, feels expensive, comforting. I just really like this smell. It makes me feel really calm but super feminine as well, and like really cashmere-y. So I've been loving that. This is a new release. There were 4 in the range, and this is definitely my favorite from that release. And then lastly, Juliette Has a Gun Magnolia Bliss. Kind of niche, kind of not, it is widely available. Juliette Has a Gun are known for creating fragrances that use ambroxan, which is really great for lasting and is kind of like a skin cashmere-y vibe. And this one uses that with Magnolia to create something which is really summery and fresh floral, but again, lasting power and strong. And when I've worn this, it really has lasted really well on me. It's definitely one of the more flowery, lighter fragrances from Juliette Has a Gun. Often they can be very heavy, but it's still lasting. And any perfume that comes out which has lasting power but is a light floral scent is a great and unusual release in my view. So if you love Magnolia, this is probably one of the best ways to get Magnolia in a way that lasts. The other way would be Estee Lauder Beautiful Magnolia. But loving this, loving the design and the colours, inspired by the sort of summer of love, hippies. So I have been really impressed with the lasting power on this. Great for the summer or even into the evenings when you want it to last. Cool, so those are my top picks for releases from this year so far. Let me know what your favourites are from 2022. Have you tried any of these? Let me know what yours are. I do read all your comments, so I'd love to know. But that's it, guys. So thank you so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.